Each and every year, we come across certain celebrations that can be broken into four different categories. To be able to understand the four different categories, there are certain things that we need to take note of. The first thing that we need to understand is that four categories can be broken into ferial or normal days, memorial, feast, and solemnity. Throughout the liturgical year, the church celebrates various events important to the mystery of our salvation. And there are, as I mentioned, four different categories that are involved. In a special way, the church also honors our Blessed Virgin Mary, including the different saints and other special celebrations. So what are the four categories? The first one is what we call ferial. Ferial means there is no special celebration on that particular day. Then after that, the next level is what we call memorials. We have got obligatory memorials or optional memorials. Of course, obligatory memorials basically means that it must be celebrated. Optional means that it is celebrated only if that particular saint or event is of great importance to us or we have a special devotion towards that particular saint or event. Feasts are to be celebrated with Gloria but no creed. Solemnities with Gloria treat the whole works, including the different psalms and so on in the divine office. So if we look at solemnities, they are celebrations of the greatest importance. Each solemnity begins with evening prayer or vespers or first vespers, and several of the solemnities have their own vigil mass. Both the Gloria and Creed are celebrated or recited or even sung during a solemnity. Sundays and holidays of obligation are solemnities. Ascension, Assumption, All Saints, and Christmas are solemnities recognized by the Regional Bishops' Conference of Malaysia, Singapore, and Brunei. Other solemnities which are included in this category are Saint Joseph, which is found on the 19th of March, Sacred Heart of Jesus, the Friday after Corpus Christi, and the solemnity of Saint Peter and Saint Paul on June 19. Then we have got feasts. Feasts are of second importance in our liturgical calendar and are celebrated on a particular day. Feasts do not usually have got first vespers or vigil mass the prior evening, with the exception of certain feasts of the Lord which occurs on Sundays in ordinary time and Sundays in the Christmas season. For example, the feast of the presentation of the Lord on February 2 has its own first vespers. On these days, the Gloria is recited, but not the Creed. Then we have got memorials. Memorials, as I mentioned, are categorized according to optional or obligatory. Obligatory basically means that it must be celebrated. Optional means it is up to you whether you want to celebrate it or not. Sometimes memorials are celebrated when it involves a particular church. For example, the memorial of Saints Anne and Joachim is a memorial for the rest of the world. And for those churches which is called Saint Joseph, Saint Anne or Joachim, then you celebrate it as a feast. where the celebration is elevated to a feast. Memorials during privileged seasons may be substituted for the regular collect or opening prayer. During weekdays, for masses during Advent, Easter season, Christmas season, and ordinary time, the priest may offer the Mass of the Saint or the Mass of any saint of the Roman martyrology. On Saturdays, where there is no obligatory memorial, the Mass of the Blessed Virgin Mary may be offered. So, as you can see, there are certain special celebrations according to an order of precedence. You can refer to the order of precedence in the general norms for the liturgical year and the new general Roman calendar issued by Pope Paul VI. Nevertheless, the basic rule of thumb is that Sundays, other solemnities, Holy Week, and octave of Easter always takes precedence, followed by feasts and, where necessary, obligatory memorials, and finally, optional memorials, and last but not least, ordinary time or ferial days. So, if you find this a bit confusing, you can refer to the annual ordo, which you can purchase from your local bookshop or from the Herald office. The annual ordo will normally give you the proper celebrations and prayers for each day of the year. Hope this helps you. Have a pleasant day and stay safe.